Welcome back to this newest epic comparison between the two newest clean-sheet wide-body airplanes of the 21st century, the Airbus A350 versus the Boeing 787 Dreamliner. Before we start, as ever, some background context. In 2004, following consultations with the world's major airlines and high oil prices at the time, Boeing launched their brand new 787 program. The 787 was to utilize 21st century technologies, such as composite materials, to reduce weight and next generation engines, with Boeing initially targeting the 787, or now known as the 787, to be 20% more fuel efficient than older A330s it was set to replace. Airlines and aircraft lessors were attracted by the Dreamliner's incredible fuel efficiency and turned to Airbus for a competing product. Initially, Airbus offered an upgraded A330, known as the A330-200 Lite. But following negative feedback from airlines, it offered a more substantial upgrade with new wings, engines, avionics, and control surfaces. That was when the original A350 was born. But even this A350 received negative feedback, as it shared the same metal fuselage and some parts with earlier A330 models. Air Lease Corporation president, Mr. Stephen Hazy, criticized this original A350 as a band-aid reaction to the 787 and warned Airbus of losing market share. Following this negative feedback from customers, Airbus eventually launched their own brand new next-generation widebody in 2006. Thus, two brand new widebodies were going head-to-head in the 2000s and beyond. Though while the A350 was launched after the 787, Airbus didn't actually position the aircraft to simply compete with the 787. They wanted the larger variants of A350 to chase after Boeing's most successful widebody twin, the larger 777. And so, the battle was set. Airbus's new A350 was to compete with Boeing's new 787 and establish 777. In today's comparison, we'll compare the A350 with the 787, and we'll be comparing the closest competing variants of the two aircraft types, the 787-9 versus the A350-900. It is worth noting that in terms of capacity, the 787-10 is actually closer to the A350-900, but it falls short in terms of range as Boeing designed it to compete with A350-900 over shorter routes with superior economics. You can learn more by checking out an earlier non-voiceover video which should be appearing in the pop-out banner now. However, in terms of range, the longest range 787-9 is the variant which best competes with the A350. Hence, without further ado, let's kickstart this epic battle to find out which of the two newest widebodies is best. But wait, a final reminder if you have not already done so, to check out the Airplane Productions Instagram page, the new home for all future aviation news updates. A link is in the description below, so do check it out. Also, if you are new to the channel, a warm welcome and stay tuned for more great detailed aviation analysis and epic comparisons on the way. Hitting subscribe will certainly go a long way in spurring me to make more of such great future uploads, so do show support. Right, it's comparison time. Starting with performance, the A350-900 clearly outperforms the smaller 787-9, but then they aren't direct competitors. With an incredible range of 8,100 nautical miles while carrying 325 passengers in a typical 3-class configuration, it is closer in capacity to the 787-10. However, in terms of range and payload, Boeing simply doesn't have any aircraft that can exactly match the A350-900, which according to many, fits perfectly into the sweet spot of today's market. The smaller 787-9 has a range of 7,635 nautical miles while carrying 296 passengers in a more dense two-class layout, closer performances to the A330-900neo, which is its closest competitor. All in all, both airplanes have the right performance for the markets they are intended to serve. Moving on to engines, both airplanes feature the latest generation of jet engines. However, the 787 has an edge as it is offered in two engine options, either the General Electric GE-NX or Rolls-Royce Trent 1000 engines. The engines on Dash 9 are rated to 71,000 pounds of thrust. A350 on the other hand is available with only one exclusive engine type, the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB. This engine shares much of the same technology as Trent 1000, but features a new compressor system for extra power. The A350-900 is powered by the Trent XWB-84 derivative, producing 84,000 pounds of thrust each. Both feature high bypass and pressure ratios, and both deliver around 10% reduction in fuel burn compared to previous generation engines. And that brings us on to a new segment in this comparison and future ones going forward: efficiency. Both airplanes are designed to bring the highest levels of operating efficiency for airlines. For true F geeks, here is some geeky information. A typically loaded 787-9 burns around 5 tons of fuel an hour and has an operational cost of up to 15,000 USD an hour. Very impressive figures. At first glance, with an operational cost per hour of 20,000 USD and fuel burn of 5.8 tons an hour, the A350-900 seems less efficient. On a per trip basis, this is true, given that the 787-9 costs less overall to operate per trip. However, the 35 additional seats on A350-900 allows for higher revenue opportunities. Comparing both aircraft on a per-seat basis, the larger A350-900 burns 9% less fuel per seat, and factoring in lower maintenance costs which Airbus promotes, it burns a combined 10% less fuel per seat. The larger 787-10 on the other hand would prove slightly more efficient than the A350-900 per seat by a single-digit percentage points, as it burns similar amounts of fuel to the smaller Dash 9 by a similar number of seats as the A350. All in all, both the A350 and 787 are equally efficient, with the 787-9 being the lower risk widebody thanks to its lower trip costs, and the A350 offering the right economics for more established airlines that secure higher load factors on most routes. Moving on to cabins, these cabins are highly marketed by both manufacturers to offer higher levels of passenger comfort compared to previous generation widebodies, and indeed both do offer lower cabin altitude with higher cabin pressure, more moist air and soothing mood lighting. However, one of these aircraft is an aircraft that passengers prefer to fly on, and the other which 80% of the travelling public avoid. Let's leave the best for the last and start with 787. While the aircraft does have cool large windows and electronic shading system, its cramped 9 abreast seating in economy means that economy passengers are crammed into 17.5-inch wide seats at best. This is down to the fact that the aircraft was initially designed to take 8 abreast in economy, though 8 abreast wouldn't deliver the high levels of efficiency previously mentioned. The A350 also features 9 abreast, but it manages to accommodate comfortable 18-inch wide seats. It can take up to a maximum of 10 abreast, but that isn't needed to achieve the operating economics earlier mentioned. While the A350 doesn't have the cool windows, which are actually useful, allowing one to look out even when they're fully dimmed in bright glaring sunlight, the aircraft features many more features that sets it apart. It has the highest ceilings, the quietest cabin, the largest overhead bins, and the most advanced wireless connectivity and IFE system. The IFE also has a unique party trick, a flat floor with underfloor cabling, allowing more space for passengers' feet. All in all, the A350 has the best cabin of any widebody twin flying today. Moving on to advantages and disadvantages, the A350 may have received high praise so far, but it isn't without flaws. It has a higher purchase price of around $317.4 million USD as of 2018, though in a weird move, Airbus has stopped posting list prices as of 2019 onwards. As a result of this, its higher capacity and higher trip costs, it is more suited for legacy carriers looking to replace 777s as opposed to an airplane to open up new untested markets like the 787 was designed for. The 787 may fall short in size to replace older 777s flying long range, but it is the lowest risk widebody in this range category that has appealing operating costs both per trip and per seat. Since entry into service, it has also allowed airlines to open up more new markets and more new routes than any other widebody. The 787 was also the first aircraft designed with the latest technologies that drove the competitive trend towards more fuel-efficient aircraft. However, it simply isn't capable enough of replacing 777s, which sets the benchmark in performance and versatility amongst widebody twins, leaving Airbus to take the 777-200 replacement market with its larger A350. So then, in terms of orders, both aircraft families have been extremely successful. The A350-900 has received 783, while the cheaper 787-9 seems to attract a wider range of customers, with its order book totaling 868 orders. To sum up, both are successful in their respective markets and are popular airplanes amongst airlines. So then, which of these medium-sized widebodies is best? Well, while not the fairest comparison, with its larger, more comfortable cabin and lower operating cost per seat, while the A350-900 may cost more overall, the extra cost is very much justified. However, for new airlines starting to tap into long-haul routes, with its lower purchase price and lower direct cash operating cost per trip, the 787-9 is the lower risk aircraft for them and has helped open up new markets and new routes for passengers to fly on. Do you agree with this verdict? And if you don't, why so? Comment below. Thanks for watching to the end of this epic comparison, and till we meet in the next one, wishing you, as well as everyone, a truly clear sky ahead.